Hey Gotta Have It members, this one's for you. We're gonna make a little 10-inch mini door hanger sign, and you can put it behind your vignette or maybe just an accent in your kitchen. There's so many fun things that you can do with this one. So let's get started. The first thing that you'll wanna do is take your sandpaper and just lightly sand the background of your board. Now for some of you, you have been MakerBox members for a while and you might already have our swappable insert. This is a swappable insert disc, so if you don't want to put it as a hanger and you want to use it as your insert, you could totally do that as well. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I want to paint my background white. So I'm going to dip, scrape, use a little bit of paint, and really mash it into the board. With white, you can blow dry in between layers, and sometimes it makes it stick a little bit better. Remember that wet paint is going to stick to dried paint better than it will to board. So if you feel like you're just pushing wet paint around the board, give it a blow dry and you'll be able to add another layer. Then we're going to blow dry it again. Once you have it blow dried, you want to always sand it again, because when we paint, we raise the grain structure in a board, so we need it to lay back down. Make sure your board is really dry before we try and stick the stencil on, and that it's nice and smooth. When you go to peel your stencil, flip it over, put the white part forward, and you want to peel it so the blue stays down to the clear. If things start to come up like this, you're going to push back forward and peel it straight back. Push forward. Sometimes it helps to crease it and peel it straight back. This little piece got a little deep cut, so I'm just gonna stick it back down. You wanna make sure that no blue comes up on your white, and that way all of your pieces stay down. Once you have it peeled away, you're gonna carefully flip it over. Remember, it is gonna try and stick, so you wanna kind of hover lightly, line it up with the edges, and then push it down with your hands. Once you've pushed all the way around the board, you're gonna take that clear layer and peel it straight back. Now making sure that all of the blue stays down to the board. If anything comes up, push it back forward and make sure it sticks. All right, I have my stencil stuck to my board. Now it's time to paint. I'm gonna go ahead and get my white sponges out of my kit. And it's nice to either take the back of your stencil paper or a paper towel and use that as your unloader. So I'm going to do black around my edges and my word. Or maybe I'll do green. I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna do black on my words and I'm gonna do green around my edges. I'm gonna dip, scrape, always unload on your paper or your paper towel, and then dab straight up and straight down over where you want that color. You do not want your paint to be shiny on top of this or try and get it covered in one layer. Build layers slowly and let them dry in between layers so you're working on a different color, and that way it's going to seal those edges of the board or of the stencil, and it'll help us have a nice clean thing. If you get too much paint on top of the stencil, it's just gonna go underneath the stencil. So build those layers slowly, always unload in between layers, and just go over it one light layer at a time. If you ever get to your paint and it's separated, just take it, shake it really good. Once you have it covered and you're happy with the coverage, then you're gonna go ahead and peel that stencil off. So I like to use tweezers, but if you don't have tweezers around, you could easily use a safety pin. And don't forget the little lines inside of your lemons. They're easy to miss. All right, I have my sign. Now we just have to hang it. All right, so now we're gonna take our hang tag and we're going to pull our jute through it. I like to tie a double knot on the front. If you do it on the back, it's gonna make it stand out too far, so you don't wanna do that. And you can determine how long you want it, but I like to tie double knots. Okay, and then you have wood glue in your kit. For the sake of the video, the super glue dries just a little faster, so I'm gonna put some super glue on that, line it up with the top of mine, and push and hold. If you are using wood glue and you don't want to sit and hold this long, you can use a little bit of painter's tape and it'll hold it down while you go do something else. Once you have it set up, you have your beautiful design there. Then you can choose to use hot glue, wood glue, or anything like that to put your bow on. So I'm just gonna use super glue again. And press and hold. Again, if you don't wanna sit and hold it, you can use painter's tape and it'll help hold it down too. Staple gun works really well as well. All right. Gotta have it, members? Here's your project. We hope you love it.